your host, Sean Myrie. Please like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Today, this episode is called The Game Scam. And you know what? To be fair, I've been seeing what I'm talking about is these industry artists for the last couple of years. They all been doing this, but I'm talking about the game from Compton, California. Was signed to Aftermath. He was on the G Unit. Um, his manager was Whack 100. Maybe he's still his manager. He's known West Coast legend, the game, right? He's just one of them. But recently, people, especially from Canada or Toronto, a lot of artists been falling for this scam of him saying that he'll do a feature for them for this amount of money and that amount of money. Maybe he kind of got some of you already, right? He fooled some of you, and giving him, you guys gave him some type of dough or cash. I will not do that. But people been calling him out recently on social media in Toronto, in Canada, about his scheme or his scamming, right? Scamming artists and basically not doing anything for them. But you got to be smart nowadays, especially on social media, and actually get more confirmation before you do any transfer of money. But game is hurting, right? I'm not gonna make no excuses for him, but a couple years ago, he was basically charged with some type of sexual assault, some type of sexual assault regarding a female from a reality show that he was on. He was the main guy, right? And ever since, because he didn't show up to his court date, they basically gave the judgment to the female and awarded her millions of dollars, basically all of his most of his assets, the game. And ever since, I think what's his name been his manager, Whack 100. Everything people are claiming is in Whack 100's name, right? But I got a couple of the DMs because he thought I was an artist. I just asked how much for a feature a couple days ago, and he replied, "You want to see this stuff, man? You want to see this stuff? Let me hit it up. If you could read some of that, check it out. I got the invite link to any of you artists that been scammed by the game, right?" he even put a voice note out there. He even sent a voice note, but that could be AI, right? He wanted to make me feel that it's him. I got many of these, man. He didn't know who he was playing with. He thought I was just some artist or something. Uh, on his defense, I'm saying it might not be him, but he might know about it, but it might not be him controlling this account, right? Might not be him, but he's always active on this account and replies a lot, right? Bless up. He replies a lot. I'm just showing you guys a little bit of the DMs, right? It's a lot of DMs. So this is a scam that's been going on for a couple years, and not just the game. I got one about 3 years ago from the Brat. I got more than I got one from Fat Joe a couple of times. I got one from Fat Joe. I got one from the Brat. 100%. Call them out for it. Now the game is doing this. Look, check this out. Check out the conversation. Let me bring it back. Yeah, I gotta play full to catch wise. All right? Check out the convo. Trying to scam a man. The game. Man, it must be hard times for him as an artist, man. Must be really hard times for him, man. Because all the money that he makes off of music, the government will take it and reward that female. He must be claiming he's broke now, right? It's real bad, man. This is real bad. Really, really bad for an artist like this that was platinum, 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 platinum. A lot of features. He got friends in the industry, but they can't help him, right? Shit. So, all because he didn't show up to a court date. All because he didn't show up to a court date. He lost that judgment and he's forever owing that female a lot of money. A lot of money. A lot of money. So now he's desperate. He even left a voice note to make it, because I was questioning him, to make it seem more real. But AI nowadays, anybody could do that. Anybody could do that. You can't fool me, right? So, anyways, that's the game. Trying to run game on me. It wasn't working. I'm running game on you and making content about it. Bad. So he said, Lorraine, was that the female? I'm not really sure. I just know there was a female artist. I mean, not an artist, a female that was on a reality show that he starred in. And he must have put his two fingers up her privates. That's what was allegedly or, put out there in the universe. And he didn't face the court date. He didn't face the court date and judgment for millions of dollars or his estate, anything what he owned, like a lot of his stuff what he owned. He had to give it up, or he should be giving it up, but you know, he's a hustler. You could see that he's trying to hustle artists in Canada. Um, you're from Russia, bless up. Please subscribe, man. Wherever you're from, please subscribe. Yeah, you can see that he's a hustler. And if you're an artist from Russia, don't get scammed by the game. The hip hop artist from America, Compton, right? He's putting out a lot of shit right now. Yeah, man, my day's good. Bless up. But yeah, he's putting out a lot of scams. I'm talking about the game, the hip hop artists from the West Coast, right? Asking for a lot. Well, he's asking, his original asking price was 10 grand. 10 grand. I said, I'm from Canada. The exchange rate is different. So it would be different, right? So he said he knows. He said he knows that, right? And then I said I only could afford 5,000. And then he brought it down to 3,000 or something like that, USDA, right? Let's see if you could see what else. He says he doesn't do personal calls. I asked the game if we could do a call, video call, right? He says, I stopped doing those phone calls personally because people were screen recording me and we can finish up the business here, or I can have my assistant call if you need your assistant. What else did he say here? What else did he say here? Take this up. He said a whole bunch of shit. Yeah. You could read that more clear, people. Right? Let's see what else he said here. Yeah, he talks a lot. Or somebody else is running that account. Right? I do know that's why I asked, what's your budget? I can work with you on price. You guys see that? Oh boy. Features 10K. What's your budget? Whew. Man is like losing all the respect from Canada, man. If you're from Canada, like you were warned earlier by other platforms, don't believe the hype from this guy. He's really hungry and desperate, man. Because all of his money is monitored, whatever he makes. Whatever game makes, it's monitored. So, because that's happening to him right now, he feels he got to do This hustle. You gotta hustle people because that's happening to him. Not right though. Like I could read through the scam. I could read through the scam. He obviously it's either if it's not him, well, I'm 50-50. I believe it's possibly it's somebody else running his account, right? So he doesn't have, you know, all of his hands in this whole scheme. It's possibly somebody else is running his account, but he knows about it. But then again, Game has more than one account. I remember not too long ago, about a year ago, he started a new account. I'm on social media, brother. I know this. He started a new account that he puts more personal stuff on as well as his music, but he started a new account. This Los Angeles Confidential, I think this is ran by somebody else, and he's probably, he probably monitors it or some way, but man, this is bad. This is bad. Game, what is going on? Well, it's, what's going on is he's broke. The game is broke and he's hungry for money and he doesn't care. He's just hustling, hustling. So 10K, 10K for a feature originally. Then he broke it down to 3K because I said I was Canadian, right? Broke it down to 3K. Let me bring that back again. This guy don't give a fuck. He don't care, right? He don't care. He doesn't care, the game, man. Or the person who's running his account, they ain't too smart. Only dummies you could fool. I'm sorry I'm sorry if I'm insulting you, but no one's gonna fool me like this. 10K. You see that? You know the money is less with the exchange rate. Damn, can't do it now, but respect. That's what I said. And then he said, I do know. That's why I asked, what's your budget? What your budget is. I can work with you on price. 5,000 Canadian, right? See that? Take it in. Take it in, people. He don't joke. He's a hustler. Big hustler, man. The news is out there already, but he has to continue because if we don't continue this, do our part, and I'm from Canada, and we represent a lot of people who are artists, right? Because we do interviews with a lot of artists. Uh, it wouldn't be right, man. It would not be right. But the game is hustling people out here. Canada lit. That's where I'm from. I said Toronto, Canada lit. Ooh, you see that? It's hard times for the game, man. Hard times for the game. Very hard times for this brother, right? Ever since that reality show, he must regret that reality show. Big time. He must regret that reality show because the whatever female accused him of that assault, and now you have to well, she been awarded. I don't know how much money she got so far, but Game can't even do any new music without her getting some type of compensation. And I don't know if Whack 100 is still his manager, but A lot of people are saying um, that he's controlling, or he controls the game's finances, or the real estate. He has some type of influence in that. So that's what kind of made it a little bit hard for this individual female to cash in, or whatever, cash out, right? So all because he missed a court date, or he didn't take it serious. Now games out here digital panhandling for money. So he's using his image and his name to make money. Nothing wrong with that, but the way how he's doing it, man, only the dummies are gonna fall for this. Who's gonna fall for this? I'm sorry, man. Like, some people don't want to hear what I'm saying, but it's true. Like, you gotta do research on these guys before you send any money. You wanna talk to them. You wanna not just know text of words. Words are not enough. Words is not enough. Got an invite link in the description. If you're an artist, if you've been scammed, if you know about game, you just press the link and you'll be on. If you know about the game scam, because he's doing it hard. I got the evidence. I got the content, like his manager, Whack 100 would say. I got the content. This person, if it is game, very confident, very confident, because I mentioned a fellow West Coast rapper I know. I have the number, and I was gonna call them to confirm if this is a good decision. And he said, "Make the call, make the call." And I really do have the number of a West Coast rapper down there, and he said to make the call. Very confident. So it makes me wonder now: is it really? Maybe it is really game, because if I'm saying I know somebody, even somebody who knows his manager, and he's saying make the call, possibly it is a game. But damn, this is very bad. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? Trying to scam another Canadian. Not scamming me though. Nah, nah, nah. You can see all of that talking, man. So I asked him, would you be able to do a video call before the transaction so we can chop it up about what I want to do? I stopped doing those phone calls personally because people were screen recording me. So wait a minute. If you're making money, why do you care? If this is something you're promoting out there and someone is going to pay you, why would you care? Unless you're embarrassed about it or it's a scam, right? Got to do better, game. People don't trust you out here in the six or Canada, but a couple in the beginning, when you first started doing this game, they believed you. A couple people believed you. They actually probably send money. That's crazy, man. I wonder how much money they sent, because that's hard. That's hard, man. That's hard working money. Even grand or 1,000, that's a lot. He's asking for 10K in the beginning. And then he broke it down after I said, yo, the exchange rate, right? I can't, whatever. He said 3,000 or 3,500 or something like that, USDA. Man, artists are hurting. It's not just him. There's other artists that are doing this, but he's working it hard. He needs it more than all of them because his situation's different. Game can't make no money off his music anymore, unless he pays off that debt to that female. And he probably doesn't want to do that. Like, he has to work to pay that female, or don't do no music. It's bad, man. Very, very, very bad. But here's the evidence, yo. The man put a voice note in there. Like it could be AI, it could be his assistant doing the AI, trying to make me believe that it's really him. But it's not him. It's not him. After I asked some hard questions, he put a voice thing out there. But then again, I can't go back and forth saying it's like I'm saying, 50-50. He knows about it, even if it's not him personally doing these messages. He knows about this whole scam. But if it's him, himself, he's really in desperate times. He's really hurting. Don't know what else to say about this. I guess a lot of the artists from Toronto, especially from Toronto, they feel embarrassed if they got scammed. They don't want to talk about it. I understand. You don't really want to talk about being scammed online by, especially an other artists that you look up to. You don't want to talk about that. There's been a few probably that been scammed by the game, right? From Compton, but they don't want to talk about that because they feel embarrassed. But you should talk about it because right now I'm exposing the game. Yeah, man, I'm exposing it. He don't know who he was really talking to the media. Now it confirmed it. This is his account, man. Unless, like I said, he has two accounts. This is, or maybe even has more than two accounts, but this so, should be his official one. But like I said, about a year ago or so, he got a new account, which he uses more. He got a other account. This one, like I said, it could be his assistant running it. He knows about it, and they conversate to what they're doing, their scam, their scheme, whatever you want to call it. But I showed you the evidence, people, and there it is, the game scam. Bless up. Please subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff.